August is finally upon us, and with that, we got some games coming to the Stadia platform. Some people have been anticipating for quite a while, including one huge hitter. Now, this video was meant to be kind of like the typical video I do every single month when it comes to new games coming to the platform, but some things happened this week that I do want to go over. That includes Fortnite coming to Stadia, that includes Sekiro Shadows Die Twice coming to Stadia, and of course, the upcoming Avengers game, which surprisingly has had a very impressive, rebound from the initial reveals up to now, where people are really excited for this game coming out. And I put myself in that camp. But before we get started, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to get subscribed, turn that bell notification on so you get up-to-date notifications sent to your mobile device when we got new videos on the channel, rather. And when we do new live streams, we also do the TSI podcast every 2 Fridays right here on this channel. And you can actually watch every single TSI episode by clicking the playlist up above me somewhere. Like I say every time we do this, I always get it wrong, whatever direction. I don't know. And before we get started, of course, do me another favor, hit the like button, because a lot of people will find me by you clicking on that button, because YouTube works that way, okay? Just believe me, please. But instead of just going through all the trailers, whatever, and kind of talking about the games, I'm just going to tell you about the games coming. You decide whether you want it, and we'll move on and go on to the juicy stuff, all right? As we mentioned in our video yesterday, Strange Brigade and Kona are coming to the platform via Stadia Pro, and it's very cool that Stadia continues to do this, where they launch new games straight into the Pro lineup. Now, these two are older games, so I think that's a cooler aspect of it, is that they're not pretty much saying, hey, go ahead and spend $20, $30, $40 on these games that you probably have already played on other platforms and you don't want to spend that money again. Of course, Google kicks back money to the developer to do this kind of thing. So in the end, the developer still makes their money, and people will be able to try these games they never thought they would be interested in the first place. These are two games that I would not buy on their own. I will try them being on Stadia Pro, so that's awesome. Now, other Stadia Pro games that aren't on this list because they're already on the platform is Metro 2033 Redux and Just Shapes and Beats. Now, Just Shapes and Beats came out about a month ago, as you can probably see on the screen right now. And if we go up here, and Metro, I believe, came out in June as well? Or is that in May? Wow, June. Yep, so it came out a week before Just Shapes and Beats. So, two games relatively new to the platform, also going to be free. Now, that could rub people the wrong way if they pick them up. I get that. I understand it. But keep that in mind. Before we get to August, games that came out in July that we did not talk about in our July video, obviously, were Celeste, Lara Croft, Temple of Osiris, One Hand Clapping we didn't talk about, and then everything else we did. So it was a pretty low projected month. I was expecting more coming out of the Connect, to be honest. I was expecting a lot more to be added to July, some more shadow drops. We didn't get that. But Celeste came out, and that was so awesome, and it's still awesome. And we played it here on the channel, and I'm going to be playing a lot more of it this weekend. Very excited. Now, moving on, Relicta is coming out on Tuesday. I'm looking forward to this. It's pretty much, it feels and looks like Portal. I can't say feel because I haven't played it. It looks like Portal, so that's exciting. Rock of Ages 3 will be following it 10 days later with the Stadia Pro edition, so we're going to get 5 free games this month. Following that, a week later, we're getting PGA Tour 2K21, which, by the way, is the first sports game we've gotten all year, I think. True sports game. You can call racing sports simulation as well. And Wavebreak has sports elements to it, obviously. But I believe PGA Tour might be the very first true sports title we're getting. I'm excited for it, though. We're going to be having a tournament, so come back to the channel tomorrow, where I'll be announcing details for the Chubbs Memorial Cup, by the way. I'm not joking when I'm saying that. Serious. I'm excited for PGA Tour to come to the platform, so turn the notifications on. Windbound, another amazing-looking game. I am excited for this one. Comes out a week after that. So it seems that every week we're going to get a new title, which is really cool to kind of spread them out like that. Now, with games like PGA Tour, Relicta, and Windbound, those have day-and-date releases with other platforms. So, just kind of be happenstance. The Rock of Ages 3, I still don't know why that's a couple weeks after the fact, past the other platforms, and it's part of Stadia Pro. I just won't complain about it. It's there. Two of the games that still have yet to have an official release date. We'll talk about Baldur's Gate in a second. Serious Sam 4, the Devolver Direct a couple weeks ago, and during the Connect, all we got was August. We still don't know the exact date. A lot of us anticipated being a part of the Stadia Pro lineup for that exact reason. It isn't. It's still just there. So we'll see it come out in August at some point. It is exclusive to Stadia when it comes to consoles. It will also launch on Steam. It's Steam, maybe? It's going to be on PC at the same time, but other consoles will not be able to play it until 2021. Now, Baldur's Gate 3 is August 2020, maybe. Now, when Larian did their recent event, I believe a month or so ago, they said August 2020, maybe, for the first beta. We don't know how it's going to work with Stadia because Stadia really doesn't have betas at all. And speaking of betas, let's talk about betas, shall we? If I had this clicked. There we go. Our friends at Stadia Source, which most of the news I'm going to talk about kind of came from there in some way. Will we see the Marvel's Avengers Beta for Stadia? The answer is no. Let's just get that right out of the way. So it's going to be weird, and the reason we've been given is because Stadia does not support betas at the moment. So it's interesting considering what I just talked about, because we're going to be getting the Baldur's Gate 3 beta, unless they just decide to say it's early access. I guess I don't know how you want to skirt around that. But the point is, if you want to play the beta for Avengers, you're going to have to pick it up on the PS4, the Xbox One, or on PC. Now, if you get it on the PlayStation 4, you'll get earlier beta access. I mean, when it comes to betas, I'm not going to get up in arms about it. It's something I just want to put out there in case it's something maybe you've been anticipating. If you want to get in on the beta, you're probably going to pre-order it somewhere else, maybe, unfortunately. And I know this, me being a Stadia creator, wanting to tell you to pick it up on Stadia, but, I have every other console too, so I'm going to pick up games where I want to play them. Fact of the matter is, if you wanted to play the beta, you can't do it on Stadia. You can play it day and date when it comes out, though, on September 4th. So we're really starting to get into the awesome release schedule of Stadia when it comes to the big titles. We're getting some big titles coming up here very shortly. Once that fall season hits, that is when video gaming just skyrockets because people are starting to stay inside again and, they want to play some games. All right. Cool thing here. I'm not going to play it because of reasons. They teased Hawkeye's entrance into the Avengers game. Of course, he's going to be in there. Why wouldn't he be? It's good old Hawkeye. It's You got to represent the entire Avengers squad. Of course, Jermani's our Hawkeye here in the TSI podcast. So shout out to him. But Hawkeye had an awesome little video there. I'll link it in the description if you want to watch it as well. Now moving on. Fortnite. A few months ago, I discussed a kind of something regarding this when it came to what we should be expecting when it comes to Fortnite on Stadia, and it's because, Tim Sweeney actually responded to me personally about something. I already forgot what it was. I really did. No, I now remembered. It was because he said that Google was going to block certain things from their store, blah, blah, blah. Not here or there. Anyway. This was a big tweet because someone asked him why Fortnite was not on Stadia, and he responded with exactly why. There's not a deep reason, Tim says. We fully support Stadia and Unreal Engine. However, the effort required to release Fortnite updates weekly in sync across 7+ platforms is extreme, and that makes it hard to add platforms that don't yet have mass market user bases. Okay. Fortnite is one of the biggest games when it comes to how much money comes into it. I don't buy this aspect of it. Now, yes, it is. I'm not trying to put it out there that it's easy to launch an update. It's not. I would imagine it's not. I don't really have personal experience one way or the other. So I can understand that. But Fortnite has, back up. Epic has pockets that they could absolutely support an additional platform if so needed. Okay. But this is news if you're hoping for Fortnite soon. Unfortunately, we talked about a month ago that Fortnite wasn't probably coming to Stadia anytime soon, and this is kind of just giving you further reason as to why specifically. And I can understand this if he has this actual information. Now, him being a part of Epic Games, being a part of a company that could possibly bring games to a platform, I could see them having some kind of information that would give them the idea of how many people are playing on that platform. I would imagine they would. Google obviously has that information, but you would think as part of trying to bring something like Fortnite, they want to be able to say, hey, Epic, Tim, this is how many people are playing on Stadia right now. This is why you should bring the game to us, blah, 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 blah. Now, Tim's argument here is that there's not enough people over on Stadia to, make it worthwhile. The ironic part here and the catch-22 of it all is if Fortnite was on Stadia, you would have a bigger user base. Now, I'm not saying Fortnite is absolutely required for Stadia to succeed. Would it help? Yeah, it would. Why wouldn't it? It would help. It would absolutely help. A lot of people are not fans of the way the mobile version of the game, for instance, is just like how it's displayed or how it plays. Now, essentially, what you would get with the Stadia version of Fortnite is pretty much what you'd see everywhere else, including on the mobile version, but you'd more than likely have a much better fidelity to go along with it. And of course, you'd be playing through the cloud, and you wouldn't have to have all the storage aspect of it. You wouldn't have to go through updates, which just anytime I try to open Fortnite on my phone, there's always like a 6-7 gigabyte update every single time. Now, I don't know if that's actually truly every single time or if I just open it once every like 2-3 weeks, and that's why. That could absolutely be the case, but this is unfortunate. So the way Google needs to go about this, because having Fortnite on the platform would be big, they're going to have to throw a lot of cash towards Epic's way. Be like, hey, we got a couple duffel bags here for you. Why don't you make that little platform there 8+, all right? So you can help us out a little bit. Now, of course, they may have plans or they've already had discussions about it, and that could be why Tim knows what the user base number might be. I don't want to speculate that he does or doesn't know, because I don't know myself, so I can't really say that he doesn't know for sure, because I could see that Google could tell all these game companies like, okay, well, we got to be transparent here. We have 500,000 users, we have 1 million users, whatever the case may be. Or they're like, you know what, that's just proprietary information, we're not going to give that away. I can understand that too. So I want to know what your thoughts about Fortnite coming to Stadia. Is it a game that you think is absolutely required on Stadia? Is it necessary? Or should we just forget about Fortnite and move on and hope something else bigger comes along that we can absolutely bring to the platform? Maybe like an Apex. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But moving on from Fortnite, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was one of the big announcements coming out of the Stadia Connect. And for good reason, it was Game of the Year in 2019. It is a challenging game, as I understand. I will finally play it when it comes to Stadia. Not that, I don't have anywhere else to play. It's just I never really gave it a look, to be honest. And I feel like it's kind of my duty to kind of have that information ready to go when someone wants to ask me about it. So October 29th is going to be the next update. And this comes from Activision, by the way. That's very important to also note. Because, as someone would find out if you scrolled all the way down, they're having an update on the 29th, which is the whole point of this. If you don't have Sekiro already, buy here on the platform you're choosing, PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, and the other Xbox One devices, and PC via Steam, or play it on Stadia starting on October 29th. Before we get too far into that, yes, it's not unheard of that a new game launches on Stadia as of an update. So PUBG, for instance, when that new season hit during the April Connect, it launched that same day. So, I mean, this is not unprecedented. Now, the original version of this, and this is what leads me to believe that this is absolutely true, the October 29th part of it. Some people are speculating that's a speculated date. I believe it's absolutely confirmed at this point now, because this originally said or download it on Stadia. So obviously they have changed it since. They didn't say anything about changing it. But October 29th, unless I hear anything else differently at this point, this comes from the horse's mouth. October 29th is when we can expect Sekiro Shadows Die Twice coming to Google Stadia. Now, that date might be familiar to you, because Watch Dogs Legion comes out on the 29th as well. Now, I'm not that big of a Watch Dogs fan, so if I have to pick one or the other, it's probably going to be Sekiro, to be honest. But this is big. We got a confirmed date for a big game coming to the platform. Now, here's the cool thing about it, and I kind of said, let's hold on a second. Like I said, this comes from Activision's games blog website. Wow, that was a mouthful. Now, Activision is the publisher of Sekiro, and we weren't 100% sure if Activision was going to publish the Stadia version. I think this kind of confirms it, because it's coming straight from the Activision blog itself, from software developed the game, of course, and this is awesome. So if Activision's publishing this title for Stadia, that means Activision's support is there, technically, which means all these other titles are kind of up for bid. So who knows? We might be seeing a Call of Duty, or, God, I want Tony Hawk. Come on. Tony Hawk, all right. But I want to know what your thoughts are about all this news. What games are you excited for in the month of August? Fortnite, Do you care about Fortnite? Do you want it to be on Stadia? Do you think it's necessary to be on Stadia? Of course, are you excited for Avengers? Are you disappointed about the beta? Are you going to try the beta elsewhere? And of course, Sekiro, are you going to pick it up? And October 29th could be a big day. I want to know, are you going to be more interested in Watch Dogs or Sekiro? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Of course, if you haven't already, like this video, get subscribed, share it with a friend who is interested in Sekiro or is disappointed that Fortnite is not showing up on Stadia. I don't know, whatever. I mean, Fortnite has a weird back and forth in this community. Some people are like, no, they don't need it because Stadia doesn't need Fortnite to succeed. And they're like, oh no, Fortnite's awesome. Like, not, it's just back and forth. It really is. So I want to know what your thoughts are. In the meantime, I do want to thank you as always for checking this out. And again, once again, I'm going to say it again and again. Tomorrow, Friday, be here on this channel. I'm going to give you the first details of the Chubbs Memorial Cup tournament that we're going to do for PGA Tour 2K21. I'm being serious. We're going to do a golf tournament. It's something that as soon as we got that announcement, I was like, I'm doing a Chubbs Memorial Cup. I don't care what anyone says. And I think we got some early interest on it. So stick around for that. Also, we will have a sign-up link, but more information about that tomorrow. So again, I want to thank you as always for your support and party on.